All right, so after you check out this last video on the channel about the interview with Lionel B and Diddy's accuser, you'll understand why I don't believe Diddy will ever get bail. But this video is about what would Diddy do if he got out on bail, okay? And what would happen to his accusers, whether they be telling the truth or whether they be false accusers. We have to get into that today. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen more than likely. But in order to understand what's going on with Diddy and if he will get out, you have to pay attention to the Cosby case. And let me just show you some stuff that happened that's kind of crazy. All right, so how many accusers did Cosby have? Cosby has been accused by over 60 women of rape, drug-facilitated assault, sexual battery. You see the same things. All right, these are all the same accusations, and I'm going to get into like what went on specifically and how it's congruent with what's going on with Diddy right now, okay? Because a lot of you guys think this is some fresh out the water park stuff when it's not, okay? A lot of these accusers are not telling the truth. All right, you're watching these interviews and you're letting it get you in your feelings and all of that, but most of them are just bandwagon, victim bandwagon hoppers, if you want to call them that. Matter of fact, do a Jet Li sidekick to the like button and a Ung Bak flying knee kick, Tony Jaa style to the subscription button. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers as we break down the similarities in both cases. And let me just say that I am not a legal professional. I'm not a lawyer, but if you go look in the last video, I broke down all of the inconsistencies, or majority of the inconsistencies, in the Lamesha Fuller interview that Lionel B did. All right, she's accusing Diddy. She had this story. She brought in scenes from movies and all type of stuff that people just weren't paying attention to because they was in their feelings. All right, so I pulled all of that out. Pause. And you'll be able to see that if you go watch the last video. Make sure you subscribe. But yeah, so if you notice, for years, Bill Cosby, he was known as like the best father figure in the world for the black community and all of that extra stuff, right? They didn't come for him until he tried to make a power move in his late years, okay? And then when he was in the spotlight for something that they wanted to accuse him for, that's when a flood of women came. They've been using this tactic since the slave days. Yes, I'm gonna go there. They've been using this tactic since the slave days. All of the basketball players go through it, right? Or the basketball players get accused of it. The football players get accused of it, right? So this is not me saying that Diddy is innocent or that Cosby is innocent. I'm just showing you patterns. You guys got to stop falling for the same tricks, living in the same rat maze, taking the same cheese as bait. You understand what I'm saying? That these people will come with little to no evidence. Their entire goal is to destroy your reputation and take away any credibility that you have. They'll use your own people, and then they'll use people of the opposite sex, because we have all these movements and all of this extra bull crap going on that just based off of people's emotions and no logic, okay? So over 60 people accused Cosby, right? But nobody said anything until they were trying to go after Cosby. He's in his late years. Nobody said anything out of all these years. And Bill Cosby ain't a gangster, right? I can understand in some circles where people are afraid of Diddy, but who the hell is afraid to speak out against Bill Cosby? They spoke out eventually when he got in trouble for one thing. Then it just all started piling on. Do y'all not see that, right? Okay, all the years people wanted to be in Diddy videos, wanted to go to Diddy auditions, making the bands and all of this extra stuff. Now all of a sudden, yeah, when I went to go like audition for making the band, guess what? This is what happened in that room back there. Well, why didn't you say anything after you came out from the audition? Okay, so now what is going to happen to his accusers? Watch this. All right, so in June 2021, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned Cosby's 2018 conviction for SA, and he was released from prison. The court ruled that decision to charge Cosby was a violation of his due process rights. Cosby cannot be retried on the same charges. Now, check this out. Some say the court's decision was devastating for Cosby's accusers, but it did not vindicate Cosby's conduct. All right, so basically they let him out, but they're saying they still think he's guilty. Well, why the hell you let him out? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you see how you never get your reputation back? You'll never look at Bill Cosby the same. All the comedians talked about him, made fun of him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dragged him through the mud. When this is a dude that for forever we all thought was cool, you know? And maybe he did do this stuff. Maybe he didn't. And like I said, back then, like even us, I'm 38 now, right? At school, like back in the day at school, we used to play games with the girls and it was no issues. You know what I'm saying? When we'll be at school. Now the same games we used to play with the girls on the playground, it'll be SA. You understand? Now, if you walking down the street and you try to get a girl's number, that's considered SA. If you hold the door for a girl and she catch you looking at her butt, that's considered SA now. Like, you understand? So back in the dang on 60s, where these women are from, in the Cosby case, imagine like how we were able to do all type of stuff without it being considered that. So now, a lot of these women that were consenting and volunteering back then, since the times have changed now and they have all these Me Too movements and all of that stuff, they can say, well, since that's considered illegal today, let's go all the way back to our party days and start accusing Negroes. Back then, your butt was going to studio, 54 or all of these different dang on clubs, high off coke and drunk and stuff, and you was a party girl. You understand? And you was okay with it then. But now that you can get some money when these people are in the spotlight, now it's like, all right, attack. I'm not the only one gonna say nothing, so let's get them. You understand? Right? So it says, others say that the decision was a blow to the Me Too movement, right? And could re-traumatize victims. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people don't even really care whether Cosby, I mean, we know R. Kelly ain't innocent. I mean, we don't know if anybody's innocent, to tell you the truth, but like a lot of these people, like, you know, they don't care if these people are innocent. The whole goal is to promote their causes. If you say something, if I say something about the LGBTQ and sometimes Y crap right now, then guess what? One day, if I was to get in trouble about something, they'll flood with 1 million accusations just because of this one time where I said something they didn't like. They don't care if you're innocent. If it supports their movement or something like that, they're going to hop on the victim bandwagon. And that's all I want people to understand. You have to wait for evidence. Wait for the evidence. The Bible says, don't judge any man before the time. You don't have no evidence. None of these people are bringing forth any evidence other than their feelings. Now, the ones that actually have evidence are already being represented by lawyers, and I guess we'll figure that out at some point in time. But right now, as video creators, content creators, and bloggers and all this stuff with our opinions and stuff, we have to be careful not to bear false witness and just say, yeah, that Negro did it, or yeah, this girl is telling the truth in her testimony and stuff when she could. These women, a lot of them, not all of them, I'm not saying all of them, a lot of these women watched the same interviews we watched. A lot of them heard the same rumors we heard over the years. A lot of them seen the same documentaries we seen. A lot of them are friends and stuff with a lot of these people that were actually victimized. And they'll take all of that and craft their own delusional story about something that never happened to them just so they can get pulled into the media and get their shine in the spotlight once in their life because their lives never amounted to nothing and they're about to be 50. That's just being real with you. That's the case for some, not all, some of these women. So the thing is, charge him for what you can prove. Don't just stack on bull crap to throw the book at people. Charge people for what they're actually guilty of, okay? So that's all I'm saying. All right. So, but the point is, we live in a society where, let's say that I doubt it, but let's say he is guilty, or what? I mean, let's say he is innocent, right? And he gets out. What's going to happen to his false accusers? Not a damn thing. Nothing happens to none of these women when they accuse men falsely and they lie, right? These dudes be locked up for the rest of their life, lose all their careers and all of that, their reputation. And people, even when they get proven innocent, people still treat them like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have never been in that situation, so how we know you still innocent, right? Like it never their life, they'll never get their life back. You understand? So like, yeah, I gotta be careful with all that just tumulting and rallying up and rioting and grabbing the pitchforks and the torches and all of that extra stuff and the hanging rope. Yeah, I gotta chill with all that bull crap. Like, damn, this still feel like the damn 1600s, man. Like, they still ain't civilized yet. Anyway, so just let the evidence come out. That's all I say. Do a Jet Li sidekick, G Kundo style to the subscription button. Let's get past 1,000 subscribers. Let's do it.